Right, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Welcome to episode 3.
Let's cue you in. No?
All right. Welcome. I'm with Felipe. Felipe, I'm not even sure what your last name is. Ossa?
Yeah, my last name is Ossa, O-S-S-A. I'm here with Bill.
We're at my house. We were just at Babalu Cigar Company, and we wanted to keep hanging out, and we'd been talking about maybe hanging out and doing a podcast, so
Here we are.
here we are. So we got a couple cigars. We got some Diet Dr. Peppers. And we're just gonna kind of shoot the shit.
Yeah, that's healthy enough.
Yes. Healthy enough, for sure.
What you got there, Bill?
So
Should
I have
we-
some treats. I have, you want to try one of my hand-rolled cigars?
Yeah, for sure. I'm down for it.
Right here.
Thank you.
Oh, I didn't bring a cutter over here.
Don't worry, I got a cut out here in my mouth.
Nice. I'm gonna burn one too with you. My humidor is a little dry right now.
Mm.
Mine didn't come out too good. But you want to torch them up? So, this is a very casual podcast. We don't really have a plan. We have a couple topics outlined. But I think just a way for us to hang out.
Yes.
Talk about music. Talk about life. Art. Austin.
Do you roll these cigars, Bill? Can you talk to me a little bit about it? This is blend?
Sure. Yeah, so we're smoking a Habano. I think these blends that I made have 1.5 Seco to like half a Lajero. So it's a pretty mild cigar. I got all the supplies from Babalu. Learned from Rolando. I got these little cigar presses.
So
online.
Babalu and Rolando, they are our sponsors today, right?
Yes, Babalu is our sponsor.
I mean, not Dr. Pepper.
Not Dr. Pepper. They're not paying us enough. But at least Babalu hooked us up with some cigars.
Nice. Mm. Nice, man. You did a good job.
They smoke. They burn alright.
Yeah, we got like a lot of smoke out of it, which is good. Spray mild, like say. I like it, man. I like it.
Nice. Thank you. So, Felipe, we talk about music. You know a lot about different genres. Where did you learn how to play guitar? When? How old were you? In Colombia. You grew up in Colombia. That's why I'm wearing the Colombia jersey. But can you tell us about your musical history in Colombia?
I like your jersey. Where you get it?
I got it in the streets of Bogota
Oh, I see that.
for like $2. It's a fake.
It's a good fake jersey. Yeah, man. I was born and raised in Medellin, Colombia. One day, well known by being the most dangerous place in the world. I was born and raised there, right in the middle of the mafia wars, with all the cartel de Medellin wars and all the stuff against the government. I was raised like in a middle class family neighborhood. My family, they are Catholic. Man. And yeah, Medellin was such a beautiful city, but was such a violent city at that time. was just a kid. Um, I was dreaming with being like a professional soccer player, football player, right? I was good at it. I was really good at it until I got uh, 13 years old. By medic suggesting I got like an asthma condition. She suggests just to quit playing soccer. My dad was smart enough to get me out of it, and there's when I picked the guitar in my hand. Um, and yeah, I've been playing ever since I was 12, 13 years old. Um, my first music teacher was my cousin. My cousin was like a big rock and roll star back in Colombia. Back in the 90s, we have a lot of alternative rock music. We have like a fair enough good industry, rock and roll music there. So my cousin was part of that scene, and
Is he a guitar player?
yeah, he's a guitar player. He's a composer. He's a songwriter. Um, his band was signed by one of the major rocker labels at that time in Colombia.
What was the band name?
El Pez, the fish.
El Pes.
Yes, yes.
P-E-S-C?
Z.
Z.
Yeah.
P-E-S-Z.
Z. The fish.
Ah.
So yeah, they tour around Colombia. They tour around South America. He was my first teacher. More than like gave me music lessons. He taught me about music, about stylish, about rock and roll, about how you can like feel the guitar and how your guitar was part of you more than something that you need to like get deep on the music theory and all that. So that's what I learned from him. I really appreciate it. I've been in contact with him. He's living in London right now. Um, but yeah, man. I mean, everything I know on guitar, I learned from him. And yeah, that from that point on, I've been playing guitar. Then when I got off from high school, I got a scholarship in the law school. I meant to be a lawyer, a really good lawyer.
Whoa, really? I
Yeah,
did
a
not
really
know
good
this.
lawyer, which is bad. So after 2 years being in the lawyer school, I realized that my thing was music.
So did you do college before? I don't know how law school works in Colombia. In the U.S., I think you normally get like a bachelor's degree and then you go on to like law school.
Yeah, I mean in Colombia it's like yeah, it's exactly the same. You get a bachelor's degree and then you go to the law school. I went to law school. I got a scholarship for 2 years, but I quit because one day I was on one of my college party, and there's a guitar right there, like the one that you hang in this wall.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew how to play some songs, and I play songs for my for my mates there, for my friends, and man, that was like a point of break for me. It was like, man, I'm really good at it, like lot school, but I'm not happy.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to music school. I didn't get a bachelor degree from music because I got a lot of like troubles and issues with drug addiction and alcohol addiction and all stuff. But I learned good enough to play music like in the street with bands, and yeah, that's how I like start like playing music, man.
Wow. It seems like a lot of my favorite musicians are self-taught. Like they might have a little bit of, somebody along the way, but I'm like self-taught. I didn't learn from a traditional way. I pretty much learned on YouTube and like covering songs that I like.
Yeah, some of the like these flamenco players,
Oh.
they learn straight from family, like
Mm.
like they are in a family meeting, right? So my uncle, my tio, so like playing flamenco. And these little kids are hanging around, like like eating snacks, and they see their family playing guitar, and that's how they get involved learning music more than go to music school. Like you go to music school to learn all the rules, but at the end of the day, music is something that you learn from, like say self-taught, and like watching like everyone else like doing it. Sorry about my English, I'm working on it.
It's good English. I can understand everything.
I hope everybody there like can understand my funny English.
So you're in school, and then you just pick up a guitar one day. You're stressed about school or like life, and I don't know. I feel like my music journey is similar in that I was in school and like I just wasn't motivated, and like I just wasn't in the right place for an education at the time, and I was more interested in like going to the library and just listening to music with headphones on, and like I don't know, music was very important to my like emotional well-being more than like my
I was motivated enough to be a good lawyer, whereas I was good at it.
Well, I think it's still recording.
All right.
Let me check though. It might just do
And
that. Yeah, we're still going.
the thing is that still music was itching me, and I haven't played a guitar since I was started like music law school. Sorry, and when I got the opportunity to play the guitar,
So this is like you're playing like rock and roll.
I was playing wherever it was in right in the middle of a party where we were drinking, having fun.
Mm-hmm.
So I was the guy that was like, hey, I know a couple of songs. So I started like playing guitar, but the day after that, I started like thinking about it, and like there was something inside me, like I'm not happy enough to like keep working on being a lawyer. I would rather like being a bad musician than a good lawyer. I don't know if I'm gonna like be broke in the future. I don't mind, but this is
Happy.
this
You'd
is
rather
how
be
I feel. I
happy
want to pursue a music
and poor
career.
Then
Yeah.
I totally relate with that. Rather be happy doing something that I'm not making a lot of money from than unhappy doing something that makes me money.
Yeah, so I went to music school. It was a jazz school, so I learned jazz guitar. Started doing like Latin jazz ensembles, combos, playing with a bunch of people. Like say, I didn't have my degree because, well, I had issues with a lot of stuff, but I learned enough to like play in bands around Medellin. And yeah, man, I still like playing with everybody around.
I saw just from your Instagram, you're in the Rockabilly Hall of Fame.
I'm the first Latino inductee, that's the right expression in English, in the Rockabilly Hall of Fame, being the first Latino carrying the torch of such Americana music around US and around Latin America.
So, did you? I don't know much about rockabilly, to be honest. I know it's guitar driven. Did it predate like? It's been around since like the 50s, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, there's two parts of rockabilly, like two chapters. Start right in the 54 with Elvis Presley, like recording songs, studios, and then there from that point on, there's a lot of like artists and musicians like recording rockabilly, right? Like style, like genre. It's a blend of blues, hillbilly, country music, and then there's a blank from the 60s to 80s, and there's like what we call new rockabilly from the 80s with stray cats, polkas, and a bunch of rockabilly bands coming on the scene in the 80s. And then around the 90s, there's a lot of, like rockabilly festivals happening around the world. So where I learn,
Yeah,
uh,
how does a guy from Colombia start playing rockabilly? I guess.
well, it was from my cousin. My cousin
Mhm.
didn't teach me rockabilly. He didn't mention and say that, hey, this is rockabilly, but I started learning riffs from Johnny Cash, Jerry Lewis. I mean, he's a piano player, but I started like learning the songs. Chuck Berry for sure. He does not play rockabilly, but it's rock and roll. So I
Mhm.
started like learning from the pioneers, Elvis Presley for sure, and I like the stylish. So I watched my grandpa like combing his hair. I got the 45s records in my house, not rockabilly, but I mean it's stylish. So I was involved on the all the like vintage stylish. Um, so it was a time when I get into one of my recovery um, seasons when I was trying to break off my chains from drug addiction, and I quit the band I was playing with. We were getting like some success,
Hmm.
but I had to quit. So
What
um,
year? How long ago was that?
it was like that. We were talking about 2008, 2009.
Okay.
So around 2010, I started trying to dig in some stuff. I love Lou Reed, so I was reading a book um, about Lou Reed, and he was talking about how he used a lot of genres, including rockabilly, in one of his major albums named New York. So I was like rockabilly, and I tried to dig in the what's rockabilly about, and I realized that rockabilly was the thing that was being involved and in love for a lot of years. So
Mhm.
I was like, trying to listen to love rockabilly, trying to find artists, trying to copy artists, and then I found a couple of guys that they were trying to put a surf band. And I was like,
Mm.
yeah, they were not like professionals, but they were good enough to like start a band. So I was like, we got together.
Instrumental.
Um, yeah, I was not a good singer at that time. I'm still not a good singer, but I was worse. Uh, at that time, but yeah, and it was like instrumentals, and then I put some lyrics, and it was something more like a punkabilly band. But then
Hmm.
we want to like copy the classics, so we got our like up bass, double bass player,
Hmm.
and then we recorded an album, and then we got
And what's the name of this band?
it was called De Dorados.
Rodados.
The Dorados, like the Golden Boys.
Ah, Dorados.
Yeah.
El Dorados.
Yeah. The Cadillac. They designed a Cadillac for Elvis called El Dorado.
Mm.
El Dorado is such a meat, such a like a big meat around Latin America as well. So yeah, we named our band under the Cadillac, under Elvis's Cadillac, and then we recorded an album, and then we got a
This is in Medellin.
yeah, this
still?
this was in Medellin. Then we got signed by an independent record label from Los Angeles,
Hmm.
and then around 2013, we started like touring around. We went to Mexico to play a major rockabilly festival there. We played in front of 2,000 people.
Funded by the LA-based independent record label, or were you guys funding it yourselves?
Oh yeah. They did more like distribution.
Mm.
That yeah, it was when Spotify like start open the doors for Latin American artists, So they do like more digital distribution and all the stuff. As far as uh, booking, I take care of that part. I took care of that part. So I
Have you
was.
always done all your booking by yourself? Like we've been talking about booking a little bit.
Yeah.
We always are talking about booking.
Well, I used to do a lot of booking by myself
Mm-hmm.
until I moved here to US, and then I started like working with booking management agents and companies. But like before that, I used to do all the management, all the booking. I was in charge to deal with producers, everything that involved touring, booking. I was in charge of that. So yeah, I took the band to Mexico City. That was 2013.
Had you ever been? Have you been to Mexico City, or have
Never
you traveled
before,
a lot?
never before, and it was something beautiful to me because, like I say, this is important. Um, I was hooked, man. Like I was really hooked on drugs and alcohol. Like probably for 16, 17 years. I was it was a part of my life. I was part of a gang, and I was a dealer. It was. I mean, it was a. I got really bad on drugs.
Mm.
I got like 7 times ODs.
Mm.
Uh,
Wow.
yeah. Street fights and everything that involves being in drugs. So when we were going to go to Mexico, I was clean. I was being too clean for 2 years, and I was afraid to dude, like we're going to Mexico. I don't know what's gonna happen there,
Mm-hmm.
just because. I mean, I knew that it was going to be really like a really big, and it was really big. So I talked to my brother. I was like, "You're gonna be my stage manager. You're gonna be my stage. You're gonna be in charge of like all the stage, all the stuff. I'm going to hire you, but I'm going to hire you as well to take all the drinks that people is going to offer me, parties, shows, everything. You're going to drink a lot." So yeah, that's was like a lifesaver for me, just because I was afraid to go there. I knew that I was going to be big, so that was my first ever international show. And after that show, we stay and play like a couple of shows more, and it was huge, man. It was like say we play in front of 2,000 people in Mexico City. We've been trained like rock and roll stars, like I got a line of beautiful ladies like waiting for me to sign up. Everything from records to everything. And then after that, year after that, we get back to Mexico, but I booked my first U.S. show in Tucumcari, New Mexico, a beautiful small ghost town, stuck right in the 50s with all the neon signs and all the stuff. It was a rockabilly festival there, and we were going to be the first Latino band playing in that festival. So yeah, man, and back in Colombia we play for Harley Davidson showcases, Sailor Jerry Rum showcases, cafe racer showcases. I mean, we were the band, like the band that can express that Americana way of life. We were the band, right? So yeah, we were making like very good money. Um, and then like say in 2014 we came to America, and then I realized that
The whole band?
yeah, the whole band. I brought up the whole band.
Wow.
I brought up the whole
Where
band.
where did you go? Where did you end up? Like, what was the first place you lived in America?
It was New Mexico.
New Mexico.
It was New Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah, we played to Tucumcari, and then after that, we got hired to play a show in Albuquerque, and then after Albuquerque, we went to California, to Los Angeles, to play a Mexican American celebration, the Sud Riot celebration. So yeah, man, that was the year. That was the year, and I knew that something big was coming. So I talked with my band. I was like, dude, I mean, this is the point that we need to take a decision. You are going to make this your living or not, because I'm going to make it. I just want to move here. I know that we're making like good money in Colombia and all that, but if you want to play like festivals, as far as like touring, being hired all the time, a different level, this is it. We have, and I can make it happen for you, but you have to take the decision. So both of them, they just wanted to go to like in a different way, and we split the band.
So you came to the U.S. You played a couple shows with your band.
Yeah.
And you were like, guys, like, this is where I think I can make it. Like, this is like gonna take the music to a different level. And you're in like New Mexico. And they decide.
Yeah,
to
because
go back.
Because at that point we got everything. We got the record label.
You got a buzz.
Bahanas.
You got a buzz, like your book. You're doing
there
festivals.
There you go.
People
and we got, like say, we got the buzz. We are the first Latino band playing rockabilly here.
Yeah.
Right. So I was like, I mean, this is it, man. We have to take the step further if you want to make a living out of it. At least try. Yeah, I'm gonna try. How about yourself, guys? I want you to make a decision right away, right now. So
that's a big decision to make. Like to.
Yeah, I don't blame nobody, but.
And you guys had like a chemistry that you can't manufacture, probably like like you knew each other's moves musically, so it's if they leave,
man.
it's just like you're left alone and you're like,
I mean,
it's hard to recreate.
Carlos Uribe is one of the best drummers I have ever played, and he got no music school or anything like that. He came from the old punk scene back in the 80s in Medellin, but he got something, and like I say, we have the connection, we have everything, but I knew that we have to take the responsibility. We have to take the time. We have to take the decision to go further. To go like, man, this is it. We are the guys. We are Los Dorados. Let's make it. Unfortunately, they just want to go to like a different way, and I just like, from that point on, I started like a solo career, playing rockabilly. And from that point on, I became where field rocker were born.
Say it again.
Field rocker. Phil.
Phil Rocker.
Yeah,
Phil Rocker.
it's freezing here. So no,
sorry.
yeah, it's Phil Rocker.
It's gonna get colder because I had to shut the heat off, so it's not picking up on the audio.
We got the good cigars
I can
here.
get a blanket
So,
if you want. A poncho.
No, we're good. Phil Rocker. Yeah.
That's when you became Phil Rocker, the solo artist.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The formation. This is 2014.
2014. I got
and you're
back.
still living in New Mexico.
I was still living in New Mexico, but I got back to Colombia because I have my wife and my kid there, and I need to strategize and make a plan of how things was going to be in the future.
How did
for me.
that conversation go with your wife? Did she expect that?
She was. I mean, she's a musician as well. She's a really good singer, and yeah, she knew that something was going on with me in the music, and I was playing on US, and we talk about it. And we talk about at some point like move to US, and she was really like open, like
wow,
I mean, if you gotta make it, we gotta make it. I mean, I'm with you. I'm going to support you. I'm going to support the family.
That's also rare and awesome. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, she's even like she's good, man. She's better musician than me. And yeah, I went back to Colombia. I have to strategize. I have to make a plan. And I got a call from the same festival that I played in 2014. I want you back. All right, I'm not with Los Dorados right now. Not anymore. I'm Phil Rocker. I got a record by myself. I got my video. I got the same record label company. So it's on you. And they were like, yeah, cool. I mean, we like what you do in stage with people. We like so. We want you to book for 2015, and yeah, I got back in 2015, and I was like always back and forth from Colombia to US, Mexico, Colombia, US, Mexico until 2017.
Really? So
yeah,
you're just moving around to wherever you're playing.
Yeah, and yeah, it was like it was a bet. It was like something that I was like I have to say with Los Dorados we have that energy. I have a band energy. I have something that the beginning of my solo career I didn't have, which is like was other people like backing me up. And I have to say that I had to be honest with Los Dorados. I was like stronger than like going solo. So that makes me like try go back and forth from US, Mexico, Colombia, waiting for that moment. And that moment came on 2017.
And Los Dorados was a 3-piece?
It was a 3-piece band, drums, bass.
And was he playing like an upright
bass?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, right now, 2023.
Somehow, yes.
All right. If you go back to Medellin and ask somebody there from the rock scene, hey, Los Dorados, they're going to talk about us because we were the band that we were trying to do something different there. And we brought up the upright bass. We have all the like the stylish. We played car shows. We were working hand in hand with Harley Davidson shop. I was really good friend with the owner just because he knew that we carried that Americana kind of
Mm-hmm.
living, and we can express what they are selling, right? So
A
yes,
vintage sound to go.
a vintage sound. Um,
You play a lot of. You still play car shows.
I stay. Yeah, I mean, car shows is my business. I
Wow.
love car shows. I love it's like being around. It's like being around cool cars, food, families, music. I don't know, man. I love that. Cigars.
Mm-hmm.
Good people, good talking. Yeah, I just love that. So yeah, and 2007, 2017 was a good year for me and for my family.
And so when did you move to Austin?
Mm,
Is that like way back or like way past 2017?
it was actually in 2017.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So you moved to Austin
yeah. We moved to Austin
when you
2017.
finally were like, all right, this. What made you choose Austin if you'd been traveling around all these places?
All right, here we go. I play Viva Las Vegas in Las Vegas, Nevada, which is like the that's the I mean, if you play rockabilly, you want to play Viva Las
Pinnacle.
Vegas.
It's the top. It's where you
Yeah.
want to be playing rockabilly.
Yeah, and again, I was the first Latino playing Viva Las Vegas.
Mhm.
So then after the show, I got a booking.
That's a venue. Sorry, Viva Las
Viva
Vegas.
Las Vegas is a rockabilly festival that that
okay.
is a weekender. Means that they put a show
Every night.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday every night,
Mhm.
and they held a car show, which is like from 5 to 6,000 cars, and they do like a buyout in a 5 stars Las Vegas, Nevada hotel, and we got like people from all around the world, from Europe, Asia, Latin America, from everywhere coming to that show. So I was the first Latino guy playing there, and then after the show, I got booking company reaching me out to like do a year tour here in US.
Wow, a year.
A year. It was like I mean, we want you to we want you to do a year tour here, opening for.
Is this like a rockabilly circuit or like rockabilly
It's
festivals, or is it
I mean, these guys held the how do you say that, the cream and the.
the cream of the crop?
There you go.
The cream of
I'm
the
learning
crop.
something tonight
Yeah,
of the Americana music.
Americana.
Yeah,
Okay.
they got the alternative country pop artists that are playing around US. They got the rockabilly guys. They got blues guys. They
So
got,
you're the Latino Americana rockabilly guy.
yes,
Like that's you.
yeah, that
Yeah.
was me. That was me. And I got these guys reaching out to me, but they say we want to move here. I mean, there's another way. I mean, we cannot afford to have you back and forth. Just move here. So I have to apply for a work visa, which is like like an artist visa.
Mm-hmm.
But good news for me at that point was like that visa like cover my family, which has mean that I can move out the whole pack here to US. So we just moved, man. We just moved to initially to New Mexico, and then I came to Austin. I moved to Austin because my manager, my big manager at that point, he was living in New Braunfels, which is like it's like a small town, 2 hours away from Austin. So I wanted to like be close to him because I thought that was like it was going to be better for business. So we moved here. Austin is a family friendly town. We love it. We read a lot of good stuff about Austin, so just like we have to move there. And yeah, so we moved here, and we start like writing a new chapter.
Mm-hmm. So you're in Austin in 2017.
How do you like Austin?
It's good. I moved here around the same time, 2016, 2017. 2016, I think, is when I got here. And, yeah, it's been it was the best decision I've made in my adult life, I think.
What brought you to Austin, if you don't mind me to ask?
The weather. I read good things about it. It looked like there was a lot going on. I was living in West Virginia, and I didn't have a degree. I was just kind of like playing music at open mics and stuff. I hadn't written any songs, but I read good things about Austin, and I needed a change. I wanted to take an adventure and try to grow in a city and just find my way to survive. Find a way to survive, and yeah, Austin is where I ended up. And it took a while to like learn about the Austin music scene, and like something I wanted to ask you about was the amount of musicians in Austin. It can be kind of hard to find your audience and find your there's such a surplus. There's so many good musicians in Austin. It's hard to stand out. And like even finding a home venue to play, like what are your favorite places to play in or around Austin, even now?
Well, since I was hired to play that full year opening for a major rockabilly band, that wasn't like my concern at that point. It became my concern when I ended the tour, and the manager he for some reason he took another way, like booking more like Latino kind of more tropical music. So we split out, and I was by myself at that point. And since I was all around America, I haven't like settled down here in Austin yet. So
that must be a major devastation to you, or like a big moment for you when the manager of like your income.
It was financially bad news, but all the stuff that I learned from my booking times in Colombia made me to have some experience on how booking shows. So when we split out, I have to go to the open mics, blues jam, trying to book shows around and trying to find out how the scene in the industry music, live music in Austin, work out. Finding out that it wasn't working out with me. I won't tell you why. Just I will say that I have to go another way, right? I was like, nah, Vin is not going to be my business. Car shows, they are going to be my business, right?
So you went from opening for a band, going on tour, to doing like a circuit of car shows instead.
Like I say, just because it's not because Austin is in, it's just because I wasn't making enough money from that scene to support me and my family.
Yeah,
Right?
it's
We were new
really hard
here.
to
I
make
mean,
music
we were living
money.
here for a year at that point. So it's like no, the way that they put it was like I don't want to invest my time trying to book shows
Mm-hmm.
in venues, bars, gigs more than I want to put my time trying to being around like shows that can pay me enough to make a living, right? It didn't happen. It didn't happen right away. I got to struggle a little bit until I got to the point that I got my circuit. Like I was playing again. I was playing around Texas. I got more clients and people that are reaching out to me trying to book a show from Free Rocker year by year. I went to New Mexico by myself. I book shows in Georgia, Florida, South Carolina by myself, and I was doing good, man. I was doing good. It was really good 2 years until
The C word.
yeah.
Oh man, our
Can-
video will get flagged if we say the C word.
mm.
Yeah, everything changed
Mm-hmm.
that March of 2020.
Yeah.
So you're
How's your experience like in Austin playing music? I mean, because I mean, from my me, I mean personally, I got to support entire family, and I got to like it was. I don't know. I don't want to say like it was harder for me than you, but definitely it was different.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. How was it for you?
So I haven't been playing music really since the C word. Uh, maybe a couple off shows here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But even when I was playing a lot of music in Central Texas, it was mostly through this booking agent. We'll call her Mamie Taranda. And it was for restaurants or bars that wanted to have live music for like entertainment for the night. So they wanted cover songs. Like that's what they wanted. But I was trying to make a name for myself as a songwriter and like a producer or like, I wanted to play my own music, and I did. I had a band. We played around at like the good venues that you want to play, but nobody came out, and I never really built like an audience. So like the way that I survived was just by playing coffee shops and just kind of playing around the same maybe 10 or 15 venues every 3 months. I would just go back to the same place I played, and I was able to live off that for a little while, but it wasn't enough money, and it wasn't really what I envisioned when I wanted to be a musician. So yeah, it's hard finding the line between like making music for an income and then making music for the love of creating and being an artist. And I'm still trying to like find. Right now I'm in a place where I'm like, I'm just gonna make stuff on my own and not worry about playing live at all, because I was never able to. It's such a grind to book and promote and get musicians. It was just too much of a grind for me, and honestly it made me lose the fire of like wanting to be creative and make things. So I kind of just like, I finished some school, and now I'm like working at Babalu a lot, and which has been good things, and now I'm like trying to learn new stuff. But yeah, Austin is a hard nut to crack. I think the best way is what you were already doing, is just by playing, maybe living in Austin and like enjoying the fruits that Austin has to offer, the weather, the cultural scene, the art, and the music here. But if you're able to go out and tour and then just come back and live in Austin, I think that's where you want to be as a musician. It seems like you kind of already do that. You play.
Well, after the war crash in that
Yes.
March, well, was devastated for I mean
Yeah, this is
the
all.
entertainment war.
This all open mics and cover songs and stuff. That was pre the world crash.
Yeah, it was devastated for the entertainment business, including me. Me and my manager at that point, we got a year tour booked. He put a lot of money, energy, and time doing that business, and we were like, yeah, this is the year we're gonna make. We're gonna recover the investment. He was going to recover the investment. We're gonna make really good money, and then after that, we're gonna go to another level. I was at that point. I was even like I was booking bands for another for shows. Like I got my manager calling me out like, hey, I need a couple of bands, bring them out, and I was booking bands. I was like making money from the live music aspect of the business, and I was booking bands and making money from that. And we booked a year, and then it was funny, man. It was fun because it was funny. Sorry, because in 2 days we got all the shows calling, and we got cancel by cancel after cancel. And then because of my work visa, I have to renew my papers. At that point, I had to go back to Colombia again because I was under a work visa, which is need to be renewed every 3 years. And happens that at that point I have to go back to Colombia, and then the airport shut down, and American embassy there in Colombia shut down. So I got stuck with the entire pack there in Colombia again. So yeah, I was there. I got connections there, and I have to just let the war be and stop my war, and I just like enjoy my kids, enjoy my family for like 3, 4, 5 months because they got a strict lockdown. You cannot go out. Like, if you go out, it was because you were going to buy food, groceries. That's it.
Yeah.
So we were at home, man, just being at home, and then I got a couple of festivals from Colombia. They're going to stream the shows, calling me out like, yeah, we can do that. And it was a really hard year for my manager, which is more. He's more than my manager. He's like my white brother, which is like my redneck brother.
Still to this day, same.
Yeah, same.
Still work with him.
Yeah. Really good guy. Yeah, it's like my brother, man. And then after like we recover. I'm talking about when I was in Colombia during the COVID thing. After those shows, we start like playing some venues that were able to open with 15 or 20 capacity available. So I'm still like playing around. I'm talking honest, man. I'm a hardworking guy. I'm not like a major rock star which have like millions in the bank. No, I have to play music to put food on my table, right? So yeah, I still like gigging a little bit until I was able to came back in US. But those days in Colombia taught me a lot, man. Taught me a lot of my priorities. a lot of my life. Yeah, it makes me think about my
Refocus.
family, my time.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was touring around, I was never at home.
Mm-hmm.
Like enjoying my kids or just playing guitar for fun. Just like you say, like you have to play every night, 3 hour show. I'm not complaining about it, but I mean, it definitely you're taking time from your family
Away every night.
away every night.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, after COVID, I just came back in. Man, I was broke at that point because, like say, COVID just took everything from me and my manager. Everything, bro. Everything. I mean, it's just for the fact that I wasn't able to pay for my car, the bank. I mean, I lost everything, so I had to. I found myself, like taking the bus to go to play gigs.
Mm-hmm.
I was at that point. But then little by little started like gigging around. But it wasn't the same thing. I mean, for even like for the music business here in Austin, it wasn't even that good at that point.
Yeah, it's changed.
Yeah,
It's changed.
yeah. It changed the people see the live entertainment or versus be at home like
Mm-hmm.
streaming some shows.
Mm-hmm.
Change the way that people spend money. Like I don't want to like go out and spend a lot because I have to. I have to. So I'm not complaining. I just point out that after that point it was hard for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that makes me think about priorities, about how I want to like approach my career right now. And yeah,
So you're working on some music now? Ha- So what are your music releases in this time from like 2017
I
as Phil
got yeah I
Rocker?
got I got two records out. One of the records was I was trying to do like rockabilly, and I was trying to recover what Richie Valens started doing back in the days, like doing rock and roll in Spanish. You
Hmm.
know, N-
He was.
not rock en español. Rock en español is like a complete different genre.
Mm-hmm.
Rock and roll in Spanish. So I was trying to do that. I was trying to do rockabilly in Spanish. I recorded an album and I wrote all the lyrics in Spanish.
Hmm.
Then
Mm-hmm.
on my second album, I record my first album was recorded in Colombia. Then for my second album, I got my upright bass player from Georgia. I got a drummer from New Mexico, and I was taking like a little bit from here, a little bit from there, and I was like, I wanted to cover in version two of my major influences, which is like Muddy Waters and yeah, I my second album came out with a lot of music in English.
Is this independently? Or
That's under my record label, which is Poco record from Los Angeles. And with that record, we yeah, man, we did a lot of stuff. I mean, even I got some songs like on American TV because of my record label.
hmm.
Like there's this show Road Travel, and they play my music. There's yeah, I play everywhere with that, like touring with that record. I play shows on TV. I play shows on radio. I play shows around states. And then from that point on, man, Uh, I found myself in a dark hole, whereas I was like, I love rock. I mean, all that I have in my life at this point, I do to rockabilly because brought me to this place, which is a lot of opportunity for me and my family. It was actually my dream, but I cannot ride in that way
Mm-hmm.
anymore.
You're starting
I
to
don't know
change
why.
as an artist.
Yeah,
You're just change, you know.
I don't know why. And I'm just writing songs right now, writing and writing songs, writing songs.
What?
Um,
How would you describe genre-wise? How would you describe the new direction?
I've been trying to describe it. Yeah, I just want to put together my influences as Latino, as being a survivor of a mafia wars back in the 80s, coming from a dangerous place. I just want to describe. I mean, uh,
Storytelling about.
storytelling. Like man, like it's hard to be on the road being an independent musician. And for example, in 2014, when I was going to play in LA, I found myself in my band just like splitting a sandwich because we had to save money for the next stop, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was something that makes me think about life. Like I want to be honest on what I'm doing right now. I mean, I don't want to put like a third rockabilly album just because. And I want to be honest on my writing. I don't the way
Express something.
yeah express the frustration, the bad times with COVID, the bad times on like having nothing, the bad times on don't have any money, the bad times on I mean just the bad times,
Mm-hmm.
but the good times at
Mm-hmm.
the same time. It's just my point is like I don't want to put like another rockabilly album. I can probably do it. I can write like a 12 album songs on rockabilly, but the thing is that I don't want to do it that way just because I'm the rockabilly Latino artist from Colombia. I just want to find another musician, another artist that I have that I know that there's there.
Mm-hmm.
Like express myself on an honest way. So yeah, I'm working on it. I got like 4 songs recorded. I'm working on more, writing a lot. Not gigging a lot. Just because I just want to find my spot on my creativity. You know what I mean? Like I just want to give me the time. You know. Music industry changed a lot. It's hard to like to catch up with what what I was doing at that time, and I just want to just give me the time to express my creativity. And yes, man, I like to write and I like to play, but I'm just waiting for the right time. For the right time.
Do you have any pressure from your the LA based record company to continue playing what you had been, like the same style, or are they open to you just venturing out and trying something new?
Something that I learned from, and I learned in the hard way is that I mean, music industry is it's a bitch. but my record label is not a bitch. They don't put any pressure on me just because they just like, I mean, they just want to put like good music,
Cool.
you know, and whatever music that I have available for them, they're gonna take it and like distribute and like make the best for the people that I have under the wing. So yeah, I feel like more pressure at the time that I was working with Beacon management, like before my manager, my brother. Like man, there's a lot of pressure, like like say in turnaround, like trying to make numbers and all this stuff, but no pressure from my current label, man. It's like I mean, they understand that good things come from that spot when you have it. I mean, you're free to do it, and I'm gonna make the best out of your
trust the artist,
out of your what you bring out. So actually, it took me 2 years between my first record album as a solo artist to my second, and when I have my second album, they just blow it away. They, hey, we are in television. We got a couple of songs of yours, of your record on national TV, man. I got a call like, hey, you gotta play it on the Latino news in Austin. We just booked that for you. Go to this radio station. We just book out that for you, and they just, man. And I gotta say, man, that during the COVID times, they were the guys that support me, like with like royalties. I mean, as far as the royalties and all the stuff, no tricks.
Wow.
They were there. Yeah, like every 3 months, boom, your check.
Wow, that's awesome.
Your feria. There's your money. I know. It's like, and yeah, and they reach out to me every time. Like, you need something, you're good, man. I mean, we're here for you. Like, and actually, like, here, last year I was on my way to New Mexico to play a show for the city. I was driving. And it was going to be a good show. 360 mean that I have everything, good accommodations, food. I mean, good show. So I brought my kid with me, and we were driving there, and we got a blowout, and my car flipped and rolled over 3 times. We landed. We landed upside down.
Oh my gosh!
And the car just crashed. We got a really bad car accident. We lost the car. I lost all my equipment, like my amplifiers, guitars, everything. And then, man, the week after that, they reached out to me like, hey, what do you need, bro? I mean, you're good.
Wow.
And then they send an email, hey, check your bank account. This is a little extra bonus for you. Just, I mean, keep going. We need you on the road.
Wow.
Yeah, they're good, man. I'm looking to call then my family. And yeah, I mean, nowadays they know that, hey, I need some time to I'm trying to like do something different, write songs. I just need time. Yeah, take your time. We trust you.
So it seems like you're in a big shift creatively about where you're going to where you're from, what your roots were, to where you are headed now. And now you're just taking your time. I feel like time as a creative person can be, I don't know, it's almost good to have deadlines and like someone telling you that you need to do. I struggle with finishing things creatively. Like even now, like there's stuff that I've been working on for years.
Yeah, we
that I'm
talk.
just like,
We were talking about that. I mean, I'm still like I mean, I'm hyperactive. I'm very hyper. But there's a lot of stuff that you want to do, like during your free time. Like we wanted to do this podcast, but at the same time, I want to put some content on my media. But I have I want to do some writing. I like to read books. It's time to go to the recording studio. No, it's not time. So it's. I mean, my point is that there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that you think you should do, but at the end of the day, it's something that you just need to just cool off, relax, and let things like flow through your creativity. Like whatever you're doing, boom, doing. And yeah, I'm working with like instruments. Like yeah, I'm selling, buying instruments for a company that makes me happy. And at the same time, I'm playing. Yeah, man. Yeah. But I like to put that I don't know, like it's like
do you have to do an album, or can you just do it?
No, I would like to do I would like to do an album. I mean, I know that the how the thing of the music industry works nowadays. Like you have to put a song, and then you have to do investments there and all that. But for me, I like to just do a full album, just because I want to tell that story. I mean, what's my story after rockabilly? It's a. I mean, it is. There's a lot of stuff that I have to. As far as storytelling, sounds like, man, it's different when you're in Colombia, and you think you're sounding. You're having that desert sound, that tremolo guitar desert sound. Then when you're driving your car through the Arizona desert on your way to your next show, man, that changed your mind. That change that definitely have to change your the way you make music. I mean, when I was in Colombia, I have to. In some way, I have to, like.
There's so many. It sounds like there's so many experiences that you've gone through that you're almost trying to like figure out how to express that in your song.
Yeah, and at the same time, there's a lot of people that like you, we've been talking a lot, and I know your story. I know what you're telling me about your hometown, for example. And I was like, oh, wow. And there's a lot of stuff that changed not only the way you write songs, but the way you want it to sound. Like you say, and there's no better example than that. When I was in Colombia, I was trying to do something like Dig Dell, like Lingrai, something like desert instrumental. So I have to somehow like make it up with a lot of I know there's tremolo, I know there's big reverb, I know there's here and there. But when I was driving through New Mexico desert, Arizona desert,
the music that you wrote that you thought would fill that atmosphere, you were like, that's not that. Yeah. It's something different.
Yeah, I mean,
it's almost seems like it. The curiosity of, the desert and southwestern, that the imagery or like the idea of it can inspire creativity, and then whenever you're there, it's different, and you're like trying to find that. Trying to find how to express that part.
Yeah, and then it's hard to. I mean, I always trying to. I love slide guitar, so it was like I was trying always like to express that loneliness, that soulful slide guitar when I
Mm.
was in Colombia. But when I had to be like in a cheap motor room in the middle of nowhere, it was dark, and you're there just with your guitar and your slide, and you got that feeling of loneliness around. You're smoking a cigar is when you find out that oh, I mean, this is it,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, this is the truly music expression that those people were trying to express.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to try to make it up
Mm-hmm.
anymore. So yeah, man, I'm
That's exciting though that you're. I think it's exciting that you're able now to make for real what you were trying to do for pretend, or like you were inspired by it, but now you've lived the experience of the desert, driving in nothingness for 100 miles and like or hundreds of miles, and now you're able to reflect on that, which it sounds like your next album is going to be a venture and a.
So yeah, I mean from the guitar, I mean the rig that I play to the sounds that I wanted to express to the storytelling that I wanted to put out. I love narco corridos, música norteña, country, just because the storytelling. But it's different when you're talking with a truly Mexican desert guy, and it's different when you're talking with a really country OG electric guitar player that I have been playing guitar on tour for 30 years without seeing his family for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
And those people, the storytelling, that, oh man, I mean, that's something that you have to, I mean, that definitely change the way that you express your music. So yeah, I don't want to like put another rockabilly album. I can do it. I can put together a band, record an album, but it's not going to be honest. I given like time to let that creativity like flow, and yeah.
So, what parts of Colombian? You were talking about how the mafia, the Colombian mafia, and the gangs, and how. Like, can you give me an example of what you're writing about? Or are you still, or things that you might want to write about, or things that you feel like you need to express about that? I feel like you're creating a new genre of like desert rockabilly, guitar, blues, from a Latino from Colombia. It's definitely going to be something that I've never heard before.
I bet that you have heard it before. I mean, the oh man, I mean, mankind is universal. Feelings are universal, right? So bad feelings,
Mm-hmm.
good feelings, emotions. I'm talking about emotions. So when you realize that you have seen too much in your hometown, but that same human being, you can find it like somewhere in the desert.
Mm.
You realize that mankind is universal. So I don't want to do a song about a bunch of killers. No, it's not that. I just want to express
The feeling.
the feeling on how we have a lot of common as a human beings,
Mm.
like emotions. Johnny Cash is the perfect example for that. You know what I mean? Like if you translate Johnny Cash lyrics, you can make a lot of narco corrido songs out of it. Just because he was talking not about the killer as far as the emotion that was involved on that action. You know what I mean?
The desperation that created the killer, or like the
Yeah.
the whatever inspired the yeah.
So I mean, America is like a cage, you know. I mean, you've been around. You've been in Cuba. You've been in Colombia. You've been in Peru, and you can tell how people everywhere live cultures, not in another stuff, you know. Well, but America's a cage. Like culturally, it's a cage, and people in America don't realize that we have more in common. You know, like is that like emotions, way of living, cultures, food. Man, I mean, we are universal. So yeah, it's like I don't want to write about a topic in particular as far as um, as far as the the emotions that I learn through my journey in life, you know, life journey, redemption, for example. That's a beautiful war. It's not a religious war. It could be a religious war, but redemption, man, it's like a beautiful war.
Beautiful.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, and
second chance.
Second chances. Everybody in the war, we have second chances. You know what I mean? So yeah. I'm trying to think about it and how those emotions are universal and how even in America you cannot have money. I thought I was going to be like millionaire here, but I mean there's some days I have no pennies on nickels and dimes in my pocket. Not complaining, you just, oh wow. You know what I mean? I know that I mean it's like is that part of life that we don't usually talk about. In music don't usually talk about. And I like that, like a lot how emotions are just linked with, you know, actions, situations, and that's universal.
Something I love about the blues is its expression of that universal language. That even if it's a beautiful expression of people that maybe did have an upbringing that I wouldn't understand, but I can relate to the song and the lyrics, and yeah, the guitar is the hard times often inspire beautiful art. I mean, usually that's the way it goes, it seems like.
We've been talking about your song, poco a poco, poquito a poco, little by little, right? So yeah, man. in a world that give you 10 seconds, TikToks, fast cars, content every day. Poco a poco, little by little is an expression that, I mean, it's an expression that you can like get a lot of out of it. So yeah, back to the point. My connection being a survivor from a dangerous place, coming to a country, being being a musician on the road, having a family, it's just no other than I have to write about it, you know. And usually, I mean, to be honest, usually rockabilly don't tell those stories. You know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
They talk about happiness. They talk about happy kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like blues country could like be more near than those films.
I like most people that if anybody's listening like an hour into this podcast, which there might be a couple weirdos that, but I like that we have silence and we're not trying to do anything for an audience or like we're not trying to make a 10-second content. I like trying to keep it real and like I don't know. I feel like it's more similar to reality. That like silence is not always a bad thing. I think it's a good thing usually. I think silence for a musician is like a blank canvas for a painter. Like that's what inspires our music in the first place is silence.
Yeah, it's a big opportunity.
And the silence of a desert and the loneliness of a desert. And a desert at night. That is a lonely, dark. You feel how tiny you are. And like, yeah.
Have you reading like songs by yourself? Tell me, I mean, the one of your favorite songs that you have, like, one of your favorite songs that you have wrote.
My favorite song that I've wrote is a song about New Orleans, just because, like you writing about American, like you were in Colombia, like interested or curious about American rockabilly or for me I love everything about New Orleans and like the stories of New Orleans and the history, and I tried to like encapsulate as much as I could in one song. So lyrically, it's just like my love letter. It's something that I'm proud of lyrically, because I've tried to write like pop songs and like songs, but they didn't really mean like. After time goes on, I got tired of, almost embarrassed to play them because I'm like, I'm not the same person I was when I wrote this. So for me, the New Orleans song was a way for me to write something that wasn't. I mean, sure, I'm in the song, like I'm a part of the song, but there's so much content in New Orleans. There's so much to be inspired by from the uniqueness of that city that and the production is crazy, but I spent a lot of time on it and I'm very proud of it, and when I show it to people they usually just think I'm crazy or like it's hard to connect my love for that song, but that's a song that for me personally I was just like, okay, I'm doing something different here. I'm not trying to appeal to anybody. I'm just making something for the love and joy of it. And for me, that's very fulfilling in ways that songs that, I don't know, I think I have one song that has 1,000 plays on Spotify. Like, I don't have any traction, marketability, or like big songs out there. But, which brings me back to making things for the reason I want to make things. I like to express.
And that's
I use
how
it. I use
that's
music
how
as an outlet.
and that's how music was in the past. I mean, you just that's how punk start like like punk musicians start like just for that need of express themselves of hip hop. I start like just doing stuff,
Yeah.
not because we're gonna put it on the radio, just because I just want to
Yeah.
do it.
It's fun. It's a way to have fun with sounds, and like I'll like sample weird things that only I'm gonna know what that is. But like to me, it's new and it's different and it's something that I would like if I don't know. It's something that I like. Yeah.
What do you remember about you've been in Bogota, Colombia, right?
Hmm.
What do you remember about Bogota?
Bogota. So I stayed. I'm trying to remember the name of the neighborhood where I
La
stayed.
Candelaria?
Yeah, La Candelaria.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. I remember street musicians. There was one night in particular in Colombia, which I'll never forget, and I still am like stay in contact with some of the people that I met. But the thing that I remember is buying weed brownies, like
Oh
marijuana brownies,
yeah.
off these people in Colombia, and like I went back to my little Airbnb and like ate. I was like, oh wow. Like, that's cool. So then I ventured back out in the street, and there's people playing music. There's, like, a flamenco guitar player.
Yeah.
And I went back to the weed brownie people, and I was, like, I started talking to them in my broken Spanish. And they knew a little bit of English. And they were like, hey, we're going to go out, and you're welcome to come and join. So, like, at the end of that night, or whenever the night was forming, I just remember being in this, like, little square market place area, and like there were just a bunch of kids drinking and like playing music and singing songs, and like I remember getting a guitar and playing something. I don't remember what it was, probably like Stairway to Heaven, or like I don't know, just like, oh yeah, I play a little bit. And it was very fun. And then I ended up hanging out with the same people that sold me the weed brownies. And we went to they were like, you want to go to a Cuban salsa club? And I was like, yeah, heck yeah, I want to go to a Cuban salsa club. So like we went to one or two places and drank beer, and I remember talking to this one guy, and he looked like a white man. Like I thought he was maybe from America, but some people in Colombia, I guess, just look like a white man. And I was like, yeah, I'm from Soy de Estados Unidos. And he just looks at me, this old guy. He's probably 65, 70, drunk, and he just goes, gringo. And nobody had called me a gringo, and it was awesome for me to, like, I don't know, I was like, yeah, I guess, yeah, I am a gringo. Is that derogatory? Probably a little bit, I don't know. I'm not offended by anything.
You're probably in danger.
It was a sketchy place. Where I was, it was like, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
No. I didn't feel... I was luckily with this group that was like watching out for the gringo. They were protecting me. And then I remember going... So we went to that place, and then we went to maybe another bar, and like there's live music and interesting music.
How was that with Brownie?
It was good. It wore it off though. It was more drinking at that point.
All right.
Yeah, but like safe drinking. I knew I was in a foreign country, and Bogota is not the safest city in the world. So I remember just drinking and like keeping an eye on my GPS of like where I was, but my phone was pretty much dying. So I go to this Cuban salsa club, and I vaguely remember the Cuban salt. Like I I remember just a little bit of the club itself. But I do remember looking at my phone after the night was over. This is at like 3 a.m, and I'm like, oh, I'm like 2 or 3 miles away from where I need to be to sleep tonight. And I was with my friends that I'd met that day. They were like, yeah, this is not a safe neighborhood. You should probably call an Uber. and like I was like, oh, my phone's gonna die. Like I can't even like call an Uber. So I'm a runner, and I just like typed it in my GPS, and then went back onto airplane mode on my phone to save battery, and I just like drunkenly ran back in the night of in a dangerous part of Bogota, and everything ended up fine. But
So it was a gringo running,
yeah, there was just some gringo with a big mustache running around,
with a
drunk
weed browning.
with a weed brownie. But yeah, I loved Bogota. That's just a little bit of what I.
That's a good story, man.
Yeah, it was a good experience for me. Shout out to Giancarlo Riviera. He's my friend on Facebook, but he helped. I don't know. He showed me a good time, and like.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Nice.
Fun night. Yeah. And we were drinking cachaça.
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 Yeah, that's a
Brazilian drink. Yeah.
Yeah. Strongest.
Yeah. We were drinking that.
Yeah, it kicked like a mule, man.
Yeah. The fuego. It has some fire.
Yeah, I remember that from my drinking days.
Cachaça. Yeah, but that's a little bit of what I
Do you
remember.
try Colombian aguardiente?
Colombian.
Aguardiente. That's like our national
Beer?
drink. Yeah.
Beer?
No, it's not beer. It's not beer.
No, probably. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think I tried that. What is it? What is that drink?
Oh man.
Is it what is it? It's not tequila. Agave? No. No. It's pisco? No.
No.
No. Okay. I don't know.
I'll bring a bottle.
Yeah, that's a little bit of. Where else have you traveled in? Like, what countries have you been to?
I've been in Mexico City, Monterrey, Ciudad Juarez, which I love it there. I've been in Peru, Lima, Machu Picchu. I went to Machu Picchu and love it, man. That's something that you have to do.
Definitely. Just gonna double check this.
Yeah, and I've been all around. I've been all around this place, man. Like Texas, all around Georgia, everywhere, boy. I've been everywhere.
Man, I've been everywhere. We're at 1 hour and 45 minutes, man.
All right.
I'm doing good. I mean, I'm chilling. Poco a Poco. I wanted to write this song with you.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah. Phil Rocker.
Yeah, you have a tuned guitar. This is what I got so far. Come on.
I don't have any words or anything, man.
No worries. I'll show you. I'll show you some.
Here you go. It's probably a little bit out. There's probably a tuner around here somewhere.
All right.
I like the idea of just having microphones and cameras on and just,
and then G, F, E. Yeah, I wrote this song for my lady. Aquí viene mi nena, viene mi mujer, aquí viene mi chica, te voy a querer, ahí viene ella, soy para ella.
Okay, Phil, can I have you
Yo
start
soy
over?
de tengo una, y esa nena es mi mujer. Me canta de día, me canta en la mañana, me canta su sonrisa y también con su mirada y viene ella. Soy para ella. Yo solo tengo una y esa nena es mi mujer. Here comes my woman, here comes my girl. She sold my soul, she stole my heart. I love my woman, I love my woman. I want to love my woman, and that woman is my girl.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I wrote the song for my wife.
Tu mujer.
Yeah, and it got like that. It got like an accordion. It got like the norteño feeling on the back. Like, and I love it. Aquí viene mi nena, viene mi mujer, aquí viene mi chica, te voy a querer, ahí viene ella, soy para ella. Yo solo tengo una y esa nena es mi mujer. Me canta de día, me canta en la mañana, me canta su sonrisa y también con su mirada y viene ella. Soy para ella. Yo solo tengo una y esa nena es mi mujer. ¡Ajú! Yeah, and for Poquito a Poco, what I got was like something like that, man. here, and then here. Yeah. Yeah, man. Then they're trying to ride 16 scotches long. They're trying to ride 16 scotches long. And that long black train took my baby away. The train rolling round around the bends. The train rolling round around the bends. And that long black train took my baby away. Yeah.
That's a nice, like, little, I don't know, that little,
The
like the little picking out you're doing there is like,
yeah, the finger picking.
yeah, it's a good, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. It's a nice rhythm, yeah. So when you were, I feel like rockabilly is a natural fit for you as a guitar player because you can almost drive a band with your guitar in that style. Like it seems like you're able to.
Well, I have to learn that when I came here. Yeah, I have to. I mean, you don't do rehearsals to play in Austin. Nobody like to rehearse or practice. So you have to just call the style, and boom, jump around it. Like like we're gonna do two-stepping. We're gonna do double shuffle Texas blues. We're gonna do like something, like rock and roll straight 4/4. Yeah, you just call the shots and boom. I got this. I wrote this for my wife too. On this is a T-bone shuffle kind of style. I was walking down the street, I met a girl. She was for me, she was my pretty big mama. She was my pretty big mama. She was my pretty big mama. Walking down the street. Yeah, I definitely have to learn that. I mean, and that's another label. I mean, people in Austin, man, they're just. I mean, you have to go there. You have to. I mean, here, bro, it's like another label. So, yeah, I have to learn how to drive the band, how to put that feeling on it. And I'm still learning, man. I'm still learning. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I've been like still learning here. But definitely that's one of the things that I had to improve when I came here, like just to drive the band, like put the band on the pocket and just like let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes.
Those awesome musicians, those hired guns.
Yeah, higher guns they don't like to rehearse at all. At all.
Time is money.
Time is money, man.
It does force you to prioritize and be organized when it comes to what you're trying to show them. You know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, as far as being entertainer, you have to to how to put your set list in the way that people like it, and the musician as well, they have to like be on the pocket, and you have to put like say you have to drive the people that you're playing with like right on the pocket. You have to know how to do that. And like say, I'm still learning, man. People here just, man, just top notch.
you sound great, man.
Yeah, and I wrote this song for my wife, but she's singing. I mean, she's a singer. I mentioned that. It's like say, hey mama, una vez te vi llorar. You told me the life is a very short time to smile and dance. Now I just move with the beat of time, time, time. Rum pum pum, hit it rum pum pum, hit it rum pum pum, hit it rum pum. You told me about the dreams and vivir solo para ser feliz y de tu corazón. Dancing cuando la razón. Yeah, man, I love this. I love guitar, bro. Show me what you got. Show me the song.
I'm trying to think. I have a lot of guitar riffs, or like little things that I've made that aren't really songs. They're just like little things I play over and over, and I'm trying to maybe put words to them eventually. But I just like playing the guitar part like over. Like I got this.
Oh, that's nice, man. That's a good riff.
I just like the chord,
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
But
yeah. I mean, yeah, man. I like that. Yeah, I mean the way that you put all the voices on the chords, like you're playing the same chords, but you add all that voices like that. There you go. Play that. Yeah, yeah.
That was really nice.
You got a
I
lyric
like
for that? Yeah, that's
the,
that
the
was like
sliding.
the
Yeah,
slide
it
thing.
sounded beautiful. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The improvised lighter slide.
Oh, light is like yeah.
A classic. Right up there with the bottle.
Yeah.
So do you play
Yes,
all
man.
by ear? Um, can you read music or?
Yeah, I read music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I read music, but yeah, I like to play like stuff like like by ear, but I read music. Yeah, yeah, but man, that voices I like to play something like that because everything that I do is like it's like heavy in chords, like play heavy in chords, but something that have like rhythm and melody like that. Nice, bro.
Thanks, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that one. I have like dozen, 50 or 100 of like little tiny things that I'm like, I don't know. I just play it over and over, and I try to write like a part 2 or a part 3, and then
Yeah,
I
I
don't
like
know.
it.
That's the way that I write songs, is just by playing like guitar things over and over, and then mumbling nonsense over it, and then maybe trying to like get some words. Words are the hardest part, man. Like I always hate my words and lyrics. I never am happy with them, except for the New Orleans song.
Play it,
Oh,
please. Yes.
oh, it's been a while since I. Just repeat that over and over. Moseying south in the summer, suitcase and guitar, sweating like a marathon runner, smoking a jazz cigar. And I'm headed back to that Cajun Creole Crescent Big Easy, where the songs ain't that too fade and the warm air pleases me. It's by the Spanish Cabildo rendezvous in the French Quarter with my dudes, sipping on a Sazerac down the roof, feeling royal like Louis Loire du Bayou. Down in New Orleans they say, laissez les bon temps rouler. So let the good times roll, let the good times roll, let the good times roll, let the good times roll. Play me some Satchmo and Fats Domino, just down the street from Marie Laveau. And darling, I just wanna dance tonight. Old Man River flows and the stars are bright. So read my palms and my tarot. Let me have the entire mumbo jumbo voodoo juju, with the plate of jambalaya, with the blaring trombones, trumpets, trolley strings are strangely fine, relaxing. Saints march to the Dixie beat like Old Hickory, General Andrew Jackson. Down in New Orleans they say, laissez les bon temps rouler. So let the good times roll, let the good times roll, let the good times roll, let the good times roll. Those old steamboats keep on chugging down the river. Those old steamboats keep on chugging down the river. Those old steamboats keep on chugging down the river. Those old steamboats keep on chugging down the river. Little
Man, how can you sing and play all that, bro?
this badly. That's how. By not playing it right.
All right, Bill. Thanks for having me in, bro.
Yeah, man. All right. Episode 3 or 4 with Phil Rocker. Phil Rocker.
Felipe Ossa, for my
Felipe
friends.
Ossa.
Yes. I mean, you can call me Felipe
Felipe.
Ossa.
Muchas gracias.
Hey, thank you so much, Bill. Thanks for the cigar. Thanks for having me in your crib, man.
Okay,
This-
yeah.
yeah, with
It's
all
getting-
this bunch of guitars around, a good cigar, Dr. Pepper. I love Dr. Pepper. Like just
Not a sponsor though.
not a sponsor, but drinking that, not the regular one, just that. Not a sponsor. Bubble is our sponsor
Yes.
in Orlando. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bill.
Peace.